Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Del Mar Racetrack here on opening day. It is Friday, the 22nd of July, 2022. Gonna look at the 8th race from Del Mar, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the 8th race from Del Mar, which is a traditional opening day feature. It is the Oceanside Stakes. It's going for a purse of $100,000, race for 3-year-olds here. A full field of 14 horses entered to go to the Jimmy Durante turf course, the distance of ground of 1,600 meters, or a mile on the Del Mar turf course. 1,600 meters, 1 mile here. And I show the diagram, just gives me a second to look down my notes, just bear with me. My top selection, I'm going to go with the number 3 horse, St. Anthony. Let's go 3861 in the superfecta. 3861 Super, top selection of 3 horse St. Anthony, 3-year-old Gelding by Noble Mission. Neil Drysdale trains as one. Ryan Cartolo gets the mount. The horse is most recent indicated 29th of May at Golden Gate, 1 mile in the Alcatraz Stakes, and the horse won by 3/4 length. He didn't show a lot of speed early on, but he sat back early. He slowly moved his way up. When he got the turn of foot and saw clear running room, he really put on a show. If the race was longer, he probably would have won by half a dozen. It was an all-around good race there, definitely on the improve. Coming here with a very good post rush, sitting close, I think he really run a good race. With this Del Mar turf course, you need to be drawn low, and you have to have some forward pace, and you have to have some luck with it being a very narrow turf course. Too bad he didn't have so much luck on the narrow turf course, Santa Anita, a mile and 1/8 on the 6th of May, and he finished 4th by 3/4 length that day. He sat mid-pack most race, a little bit wide, and had so much traffic. He probably would have won that day. He was all out, and then just kind of stopped. What can you do? But he still ran his heart out there. And then prior to that, Santino, 1 mile, 16th of April, on optional 100. He finished 5th by 2 lengths. He sat a little close that day, which I don't know if it was the right thing for him. Sat close. Kind of off of a quick pace. He couldn't keep up late. What can you do? I would like him to see just a little bit farther back than he was on that 16th of April race. And then at Golden Gate, the 11th of March, 1 mile in the Tapeta in the main special weight, 35,000. Winning by a neck that day from a tracking position. He really put on a show. Even a small margin victory, it was still a good race. They started him sprinting to start off his career, where he just wasn't really running these good races. Also, he wasn't braking, which cost him too. He didn't break in the 3/4, 6.5 furlong race on the 30th of January, and didn't break after that in February, going 3/4 a mile. But he definitely been on the improve. His workout locally hasn't been half bad. 15-1, I like him a lot. I think you also have to use the 8 horse Balkanov. Pardon me if I mispronounced the horse's name wrong. Phil D'Amato trains when Umberto Rispoli gets mounts. Most recently, the Cinema Handicap at Santino, mile and 1/8 on 4th of June. He finished 4th by 2 3/4 lengths and just never could stay the trip. Maybe cutting back to a mile should suit him better. Maybe also with the quick turnaround cost him. Before that, he ran in the American Turf at Churchill, mile 16, 7th of May, and he finished second by 1/4 lengths. Had the lead in the top of the lane, but then got caught. If he would have probably had a better trip, he could have won. And then the Singletary at Santina in early April, he finished second by nose. And again, if he would have broke better, he probably would have won, even with that small margin victory, nearly losing by that small margin of late. Coming here today, 3-1, we'll definitely use him in the multi-race. But to recount my selection for the 8th from Del Mar, it's the Oceanside. Let's take the 3 horse St. Anthony. Give kudos to the 8 horse 3861 Super, 3-8 in your multi-race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.